Do you think airsoft is just a game? I thought so too, until it completely changed how I train for real world combat. Stick around because what I learned might just save your life. Hi, Suburban Prepper here. As a former combat flight medic and paratrooper, I used to think that airsoft was not just useless but downright dangerous for training. I believed it had bad habits that get you killed in a real fight. I've been to war many times and I've saved many lives, but I was wrong. I was dead wrong. Today, I'm going to show you how airsoft went from something I dismissed as a game to one of the most effective tools for urban survival training. By the end of this video, you'll see why airsoft is a game changer for preppers, survivalists, and anyone else serious about defending their home or property. Let's jump in. Airsoft, a game or training tool. Let me take you back where this all started. I was invited to a multi-day training event focused on small unit tactics. Things like 2- and 4-man team movements, room clearing, fire, and maneuver drills. These are the exact drills that urban preppers need to defend a property. The venue was massive. It was an office and a warehouse complex, and I was excited until I found out the tool we'd be using, airsoft. I was so disappointed. I almost backed out. I thought, why is an army grunt lowering himself to play a game? But the caliber of all the other attendees convinced me to stay and check it out. The leader of the team was Briscoe, former Army infantry sergeant who fought Desert Storm in Afghanistan. He was around my age. He had 2 combat infantry badges to his name. And there was Mark, a crayon-eating Marine who operates radios. Of course, he went by Crayon. And then Jimbo, a firefighter with years of experience in high-stress situations. These were serious, dedicated individuals. And I decided to treat it as an experiment. We were issued high-end airsoft replicas that felt nearly identical to the M4 rifle that I carried in Afghanistan. The look, the weight, even the controls were surprisingly authentic. But as I loaded the magazine with my plastic BBs, my skepticism was at an all-time high. I was embraced to be unimpressed. Then came the first scenario, a straightforward 2-on-2 engagement in a maze of office cubicles. My team had to clear the space and neutralize the opposing team. Stacking on that first door, I remembered thinking, it's just airsoft. But the moment we breached that door, everything changed. The fight was chaotic, explosive, and downright savage. The sound of the BB snapping past my ears triggered something deep inside me. My heart rate skyrocketed, got the narrow vision, and my mind shifted into survival mode. Suddenly, it wasn't a game anymore. It was a violent, fluid puzzle that demanded immediate action. I felt the sharp sting of a BB hitting my plate carrier, and in that moment, I was back in Afghanistan. My mind flashed my first sergeant inventorying my gear, packing up my footlocker and shipping it home to my family if I had not made it home. Then it hit me. This wasn't just training. It was stress inoculation. Force on force training with airsoft introduces a level of stress and decision-making that you simply can't replicate at the shooting range. A static target doesn't flank you. It doesn't use cover, and it doesn't punish your mistakes. But airsoft does. And that's just the beginning. Next, I'll show you how airsoft can teach you the most critical skills for urban survival, communication. The real skill, communication and teamwork. Here's what I did not expect. Airsoft isn't about pinpoint accuracy. It's about teamwork. During the event, we scaled from simple firefights to complex team maneuvers, specifically clearing a large area as a 4-man element. My team was responsible for a flanking maneuver while the other team launched a straight assault. Every action required constant communication. Moving, covering, reloading. These weren't just words. They were the data that allowed the team to function as a single organism. And here's the thing. When communication broke down, the drill collapsed. If one person moved without announcing it, they got isolated and chewed up by BBs. Imagine that happening when the stakes are real. And this is where airsoft shines. It forces you to rehearse the intricate dance of communication, movement, and mutual support that defines a functional team. It's not about hitting a bullseye. It's about working together to solve a tactical problem. One of the most eye-opening moments came during a drill where we had to clear a large warehouse. The enemy was dug in, using cover and trying to outflank us. My team had to coordinate every move. Contact front, suppressing fire, flank left. It was a constant dialogue, and when we got it right, it was like poetry in motion. But what about night operations? Stick around, because this is where airsoft training gets even more intense. Have you ever written off a training method only to have your mind completely changed? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And if you're enjoying this, check out my Suburban Preppers Amazon influencer page. Come see the top gear that I recommend and use. And I do receive a commission from the sales. Now let's talk about the ultimate challenge, night operations. Night operations are where airsoft training truly stands out. Using a PVS-14 night vision monocular and IR laser, we engaged in force-on-force drills in complete darkness. The challenge? Identifying targets, communicating effectively, and moving as a team, all while under fire. Engaging the enemy in the dark is a unique challenge that airsoft provides a safe arena for. It's very difficult to mimic this type of training anywhere else. You can test your gear, you can rehearse your tactics, and build confidence in your ability to operate under pressure. Let me be clear. Airsoft isn't perfect. It doesn't teach you to manage recoil or understand real ballistics. An airsoft BB is a lightweight spear that easily affected by wind and loses energy rapidly. It's a game of tactics, not a game of pinpoint accuracy. And then there's the game mentality. If the training isn't structured with meaningful consequences for failure, it's easy to develop bad habits, like being cavalier about cover because, you could just respawn. That's why it's crucial to treat airsoft as a supplement, not as a substitute for live fire training. Now, let's wrap this up with some key takeaways, and you can start using airsoft to level up your training. Let's recap. Airsoft introduces stress and decision-making you can't get on a gun range. It forces you to master communication and teamwork under pressure. It's an unparalleled tool for night operations and gear testing. If you found this useful, give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on urban survival and tactical training. I'd love to hear your experiences. And thanks for watching. Watch my video, 40 gear mistakes that could kill you. And you don't want to get dead now, so your life depends on it. This is survival. This is resilience. This is Suburban Prepper.